There it is. I know it's kind of took in a back seat. This is the 1800 build. It's gotten to the point of being almost a short. It's a short block right now. Right now, I got to get some shims to be able to try and set up the geometry on the valve train. But this head is all done. It's been ported. I don't think you can see in there, but it's pretty nice for a little single port. You know, the guides boss has been profiled. You can see a pretty good chunk of the valve in there. This head got vapor blasted, which is amazing. If you guys have a chance to get to use a vapor blaster, or a friend that has one, I suggest you go and use it. But sorry for the shakiness, and the light's not the greatest. Also, we did the exhaust. Come on. Exhaust is not as pretty. And the heads have coatings on them. We coated the chamber and the exhaust ports. We're going to try and see if we can keep the heat out of it. Has dual springs on this. The 80 stroke, 85.5 bore. So it's a 1837. This is not a motor. I've always wanted to build a stroker motor, stock bore stroke. But I will admit this is not the way to go. Okay, if you're going to build 1800s, it's so much easier to build like an thick wall 1835 or a 1915 or something like that, or the 88 slip-ins with the 74 stroke with aftermarket rods. If you're going to do it, go that route. This is just a niche build that I've always wanted to build, and I had the pieces laying around, so that's why we did it. It will be single port until we decide we want to go dual port. I think if we did go dual port, we'll eventually switch out to the CB Panchito heads. That seems to be a really good head out of the box. Still have to clean all that stuff up. But so anyways, let's see. It's got the deep sump on it. It's got the CB 2236 cam, I think it was, in there. It should have like 460 lift or something like that. I haven't checked it, but because I got to get shims for the rockers, because they won't. I don't have enough shim to adjust it right now. So, anyways, that's about it. We'll get this together. It's just been a slow process. The big thing has been finding heads. We're trying to use single port heads, and as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and look at this. This is what happened to this one. So, learning here. I did this the correct way to take said valve guides out, and it still broke the boss. I'm learning. But some were broke, some were cracked, some were, you know, this one wasn't the best to begin with anyway. I mean, you look at there. But been dealing with issues with the cylinder heads, finding good core parts that weren't cracked in the first place, or broken, or had previous guides in smacked too far. And that may have been what happened here, is you know, somebody smacked the guide in there when they rebuilt the head, and they smacked it too far and it started to crack. But that came off, you know, that thing was running. I mean, there's another set of dual ports, another dual port, same issue. Every one of those has an issue between cracks in between the seats, valve guide bosses that are broke. You know, just it is what it is, unfortunately. So, you know, trying to find good heads nowadays is getting really, especially dual ports, is getting really hard if they're not already a rebuilt head. And then, was it this one? Yeah, this one. So, this one, started to work on, started getting everything nice in there, and then I realized, boy, this looks like it's really close to the wall. And I put a stock cylinder on there, and when somebody relieved that, it must have had 88 slip-ins, because it goes beyond the cylinder board where they relieved it to unshroud the valve. So that head is now relegated to maybe a 94. I may cut that for a 94, and then I'll have a spare for the old 2-liter single port. But that's it, boys and girls. Just been playing with that. My garage is a mess again. It just is what it is. But luckily we're able to work on our cars and play with our toys. And the little 1800 is coming together. It's just taking longer than it should, because this project's probably been since the beginning of the year. And every now and again get some work done to it, and then every now and again have a delay on it. So anyways, I figured I'd give you an update. Don't know when this will be done. It will probably be a while. So I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.